Audiences know Diane Kruger for her incredible performances in Inglorious Basterds, National Treasure, and Troy, but this is a TV role that is sure to be so amazing. Little Disasters. What can you tell us about this show that audiences need to know?
Well, it's a psychological thriller. It starts out with my character Jess bringing her young daughter to the ER, and upon examination, they realize she has a cracked skull, and Jess cannot explain how that happened, even to herself. And so her best friend, who happened to be the doctor on call that night, has to call social services. It's standard procedure, and from there on, it just unravels.
It is a 6 episode binge that you will watch probably from start to finish if you have the time. What was it like being a part of that like exciting storytelling that people will not be able to stop and have to go on to the next episode?
Well, it was a very exhausting experience, a very satisfying experience, but as you can imagine, in playing a mother who's so distraught and her children are being taken away from her, the emotional extremes every day were quite a lot. But hopefully, people will enjoy it. It's definitely entertaining, and it'll keep you on your toes.
I want to ask you about that motherhood experience because you're putting yourself in the shoes of this mother who audiences are going to be asking questions till the very end, till they find out what happens. How do you get yourself to go to that place where you're in this mother's shoes? Is she guilty? Is she not guilty? What is running through your head while you're playing these scenes?
Well, Jess herself is convinced that she didn't harm her child, and yet she's dealing with a lot of darkness in her head. So I guess for me, the challenge was that we shoot out of order, so we don't shoot episodically, which adds a different layer of difficulty in terms of where your brain's at during the day, even. But I was always trying just to find the truth of what it must feel like to possibly lose your child dying, your child being taken away, who hurt your kid. Am I going insane? Did I do this? Like, why is nobody believing me? Like, it was a constant torture of emotions.
This is a 6 episode limited series based on a book. Did you read the book to kind of explore more of your character's backstory and understand her?
So I hadn't read the book when I got the scripts, and then Sarah Vaughan, the author, was very present on set, and so she recommended to read certain chapters and then leave some chapters out because I guess the show is quite different from the book, as it often is. So she kind of guided me of what I should read, but it was great to have her on set to pick her brain because I think a lot of my character was written from personal experience for her.
Terrific insight from the person who wrote the book. And I mean, terrific performance across you, Joyner, like the two of you just going back and forth, having this friendship that we explore in the past, then seeing now, like, how do you deal with what's happening? What was it like working alongside her and forming that relationship?
Joe was just so kind and wonderful to me. Really, I mean, I know actors always say that about their co-stars, but in this particular case, I truly felt like an outsider just by the fact that I wasn't English, and they were all sort of like chit-chatting, and I just felt isolated. I couldn't go out at night. In my head, I couldn't do that work every day and then go out at night and have a beer with everybody. So I came to work. I was the first one there, the last one to leave, and her support, emotional support in particular, was wonderful, and we've remained good friends.
Love to hear the friendship there. And I want to ask about those film roles that you've done, but this is a 6 episode series, about 45-minute episodes. You get to expand on the storyline because, yes, Inglorious Basterds, it's almost a 3 hour movie, but you get to expand here for this versus those movies like Troy, like National Treasure. What do you enjoy more about this limited series format that you can't do in film?
It feels very organic, right? Things are not set in stone as much as in a film. Like you work on the script once you get it, and then you agree to do it, but then once you start shooting, it's kind of this is what it is. On a TV show, sometimes not all the episodes are written, and so it's an evolving thing, right? They see what you've shot and they realize, oh, some scenes now will be redundant, or we gotta put this one more, or like a performance comes out and they realize, wow, this is a great performance. We need to give this person more space. So it keeps you on your toes as a performer, and it can be a little scary at times, but also immensely satisfying because when you have a showrunner who's collaborative, you get to really you get to direct your performance a little bit more.
Show content keeps you on your toes as well. It could be a difficult watch for moms, for parents, for anyone who doesn't have parent or doesn't have kids. What do you hope audiences take away from watching Little Disasters?
Well, I hope they think it's fun, and they have a fun time watching it. I do think it is a mirror to a lot of what we all go through when we become parents. And if each one of us can see themselves a little bit in all of these different characters and have a more open conversation, I think that would be great.
No surprise here, another terrific performance from Diane Kruger in Little Disasters on Paramount Plus. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.